Emergency live, emergency live, emergency live. What's going on, everybody? Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Shams bomb, Shams bomb, Shams bomb. Where's Colin Sexton going? Where's Colin Sexton going? Where is he going? Where's Colin Sexton going? Where is Sexton going? Where is he going? Where is it? Where is it? Where's Colin Sexton going? To the Charlotte Hornets for Yusuf Nurkic. Colin Sexton to the Charlotte Hornets? Why? Why is he going to the Charlotte Hornets? Why? Let me make that the background. Colin Sexton to the Hornets. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. It does feel like the trade before a trade. Huh. Interesting. Where's everybody at? Did the notification go out? Where's everybody at? The Clippers and Suns are reportedly considering a reunion with Chris Paul. Interesting. Huh. Where's everybody at? My notification go out? Where is everybody? Why? Why are people saying this is the trade before the trade? This Sexton deal. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What trade? The Kessler deal? Are they gonna do the Kessler deal? Is that what's going on? Is this Sexton trade the deal before the Kessler? This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Sexton to the... If you guys just got here, it's the Utah Jazz just traded Colin Sexton and a second-round pick to the Charlotte Hornets in exchange for Yusuf Nurkic. That's it. Just Nurkic. I'm not entirely sure why. And in other news, LeBron might be requesting a trade from the Lakers. Malik Beasley is in prison right now. There's that news. A lot of stuff is going down in the NBA world right now. If you guys were in my live this morning, you guys know I was talking about how it was too quiet in the NBA world. It's not quiet anymore because now we just got a Shams trade, and after that, and before that, we got the LeBron trade request stuff. Before that, we got the Malik Beasley thing with betting on games. If Malik Beasley was really betting on games, that's bad. He probably won't be in the NBA if he gets convicted of that. Because that's bad. You can't do that. And the last guy we saw do that was Jonte Porter, and then the league made an example out of him. The league really made an example out of Jonte Porter. They kicked him out. So they would have to do the same to Malik Beasley, which sucks because Malik Beasley was about to get a bag because didn't he lead the league in 3-pointers last season, or was that Ant? Who led the NBA in 3-pointers 2025? It was Ant. Malik Beasley was second. Still, he was about to get a bag from the Detroit Pistons, and now he messed it up, which sucks. Let me plug this in. He was about to get a 3-year, $42 million contract from the Pistons, but now he's going to prison. That is if they can prove that he was really betting on games. If it was games that he was involved in, that makes it a lot worse. If Malik Beasley was putting down player props on himself or on his teammates or on the other team, that's a lot worse. Welcome to the stream, everybody. A lot of stuff is going on in the league right now. We just had the Colin Sexton trade. We just had the LeBron, almost trade request. We just had the Malik Beasley stuff, obviously, as I was just talking about. We got news on Chris Paul and where he might go. We're hearing names like the Clippers and the Suns. What's going on, Josiah? Welcome to the stream. What's going on, man? A lot of weird stuff going on in the league right now. Some stuff that I was not expecting to happen. Oh, Shams just tweeted again. Let's see what he's saying. He says, Hornets acquire a competitive, tough-minded Garden Sexton for the backcourt while Utah gets front-court depth in Nurkic, whom Jazz have liked. But why? Why does the front-court depth have to be Nurkic? Nurkic is a shell of himself. Nurkic is not good. This is bad. This is a bad deal. We got 9 people in here and 2 likes on the stream. Like the stream. And talk to me. Let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. We're talking NBA daily. It's content, lives, all that. All that stuff. Where's everybody at? I'm waiting for more news. Do you think Castle and Harper will both start for the Spurs? I think it's going to be Castle and Fox. I think they're going to run out a starting lineup of Fox, Castle, Vassell, Sochan, and Wembanyama. And I think Harper will be their 6-man, which I think is best. I think that's what they should do. That doesn't make much sense. Somebody was in my live earlier telling me that it should be Fox, Harper, Castle, and then whoever you want to throw in the 4 and the 5. Obviously, well, the 4, because the 5 is obviously going to be Victor Wembanyama. But no, I do not think both Castle and Harper will start. Castle can't play the 3. Thank you. I was arguing with a bunch of people in my chat earlier saying that Castle could play the 3. I'm not even arguing against the fact that he can't play the 3. I guess he could, but then who's going to run your backup guard off the bench if it's not Harper? If it's not one of your 3 main guards, because you're throwing them all in the starting lineup. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Serene, what's up? What's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys are new here, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're talking NBA daily. LeBron might request a trade. Malik Beasley is in prison. The Colin Sexton deal just went down. Colin Sexton to the Hornets for Jusuf Nurkic and a 2nd-round pick. One of the more random, pointless trades. But I'm seeing a lot of people say that it's the trade before the trade. If you know what that means, it's basically saying that there's going to be a bigger trade that happens, and this is just something that makes the finances work more. Or Nurkic or Sexton will be a piece for the Hornets in another trade they make, or vice versa. Nurkic will be another piece for the Jazz in another trade they make. Potentially Walker Kessler to the Lakers is what I'm hearing a lot of people say. I'm assuming the Hornets keep Colin Sexton, but I don't know if the Jazz keep Nurkic. It doesn't make a lot of sense for them. It just doesn't. Welcome in, everybody. If you are new to the chat, welcome in. Talk to me. Let's talk about this. Where is the ideal spot for LeBron to land if the Lakers move him? First, the ideal spot for LeBron, and then the ideal spot for the Lakers. What do we think? What do we think about that? Maybe the Knicks get LeBron. Maybe the Knicks go out there and get LeBron. Who do you think is winning the finals next year? For me, it's the Thunder. For me, it's definitely the Thunder. I don't see a team stepping up to stop them anytime soon. And that is until the new CBA gets in their way. That's when things could start to get ugly for them. But that won't happen for another 2 to 3 years. So the Thunder are gonna have control over this league for a good chunk of time. Josiah, you new to the chat? Have you been in the chat before, Josiah? Let's see, new stuff. Any other new news? Welcome into the chat, everybody, if you are new. I was earlier today. What were you typing about? Maybe I remember you. If you guys just got in here, the Colin Sexton trade just went down. Colin Sexton to the Utah Jazz. Colin Sexton to the Charlotte Hornets for Jusuf Nurkic. Almost a 1-for-1, except the Jazz gave the Hornets a second-round pick. And LeBron might request a trade from the Lakers, according to Rich Paul. And what else? Malik Beasley's in prison for putting down bets on NBA games and player props. I was asking stuff about the Spurs and stuff. Maybe I do remember. Because there was a lot of Spurs talk in that live. A lot of Spurs fans in there. You remember Eric? Oh, yeah, I remember you. You were in the live earlier. I remember you. So what's the ideal spot for the Lakers to trade LeBron to in the case that he does request a trade? What do you guys think? Give me some names. Throw me some names out. Give me some names for LeBron. Where do we think LeBron will go? Because I don't think there's a lot of places that make sense. Maybe the Pistons take a swing and they go out there and try and get LeBron. Maybe the Knicks make a swing, get LeBron. I don't envision it being an Eastern Conference team that LeBron wants to go to. NBA standings. Knicks would be tough. Yeah, can you imagine if the Lakers and Knicks do a Cat and LeBron swap? Let's see. I imagine it being an Eastern Conference team. Because I think the whole idea of LeBron not wanting to be on the Lakers anymore is because he wants to get out of the West. Because he wants to make a run for the finals. So let's look at this Eastern Conference. You got the Cavs, Celtics, Knicks, Pacers, Bucks, Pistons, Magic, Heat, Hawks, Bulls, Raptors, Nets, Sixers, Hornets, Wizards. The two teams that are shouting that they could get LeBron at me is Pistons and Knicks. Well, the Pistons could give up a package of Duren, maybe an Ivy. I don't think they want to give up a Sar Thompson, maybe a Ron Holland, and then just future picks. Because I don't know how much it can't cost that much to get LeBron at this point in his career. That's kind of my mindset right now. I don't think it's going to cost you that much. I don't think it will move. He likes LA and the exposure he gets. Yeah, but there's a lot of pressure on the Lakers this offseason. If the Lakers don't make the right moves, he may very well request a trade. He has a lot of power, and he can do that. If he really wants to leave LA, he will leave LA. Very true. Yeah. But the Pistons is the only team that I can see really making sense. Maybe if Halliburton didn't get injured, I could see this Pacers taking a swing at him. It doesn't make a lot of sense for a lot of teams to get 1 year, essentially 1 year of LeBron James. Maybe the Knicks. I could see the Knicks. Because imagine the Knicks throw out a lineup of Brunson, Bridges, Anunoby, LeBron, Mitchell Robinson. Have Hart off the bench, McBride off the bench, Shaman off the bench, get a couple of guys on the minimum. The Knicks could go and try and make a run for it next season. Who knows? I think that could be a lot of fun. LeBron on the Knicks. And talk about exposure in LA. LeBron could get a lot of exposure in New York. I think LeBron could potentially like New York. He loves to play in New York. If the Knicks want LeBron and they take a swing at him, they may very well get LeBron. That is if the Knicks want him. Because I'm almost sure LeBron would want to come to New York. That's kind of how I'm thinking about it right now. As for the Western Conference, I can't envision a lot of these teams trying to go for LeBron. I just can't. Because you got the Thunder, Rockets, Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers, Timberwolves, Warriors, Grizzlies, Kings, Mavericks. Maybe the Mavericks take a swing for LeBron. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe the Lakers go talk to the Mavericks. They say, "Hey, we'll give you LeBron. You give us one of your centers. You give us Klay Thompson. You give us Jaden Hardy. You give us a bunch of future picks, and we can make this happen." Because that way you team Luka back up with Klay, you team Luka back up with Lively, who he played extremely well with. You get a younger guard who can play the backup point guard in Jaden Hardy. You get future picks. What's up, Iron Kid? What's going on? Who knows? Maybe that trade happens, but I don't see him moving to the West. But can you imagine that team? Kyrie Irving, who would run the two? Max Christie, Cooper Flagg, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. That's a tough team. Maybe you go big. Maybe you go Kyrie, Cooper Flagg, LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and either Gafford or Lively run that starting five. That defense would be elite. Like elite. But Cooper Flagg wouldn't run the two. Realistically, AD would have to run the five if he teamed back up with LeBron. Realistically speaking. But who knows? Anything can happen. Yeah, maybe the Mavericks take a swing for LeBron. Maybe the Knicks, maybe the Pistons. Those are my top three contenders to ever even make a swing for LeBron. But who knows? Maybe LeBron stays in LA. I just can't see that team winning anything. A LeBron-led Lakers team when LeBron is what? He'll be 41 next year. I just don't see it. Who knows, though? Who knows? Got 22 people in here and 4 likes on the stream. Like the stream, everybody. Like the stream. Help me on my road to 1,000. I don't think Flagg and LeBron fit together. Why is that? Why would Flagg and LeBron not fit together? Well, I mean, Flagg's a great defender. They can both shoot. Neither of them are super extremely ball dominant at this point in his career. And just at this point in their careers. I could see Flagg and LeBron working next to each other. But Nico Harrison, I don't think he has the nerve to go and work with the Lakers again after how bad he got slandered after the Luka deal. Talk to me, everybody. Got 21 people in here. Talk to me. I do have to log off soon. Alright, I'm going to log off. Thank you, everybody, for dropping in. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next live, the next video. I'm going to make a video right now. Yes, Tyler, this is the trade that just happened. Colin Sexton to the Hornets for Jusuf Nurkic. The Jazz also added a second-round pick, 2031. Yes, this happened just now. Anyways, I am going to hop off the live right now. This is just a little thing. I just wanted to hop on here and talk a little bit about what's going on because there's a lot of stuff going on in the NBA right now. You got the Malik Beasley is basically in prison. LeBron might request a trade. We obviously just had this deal go down, the Colin Sexton deal to Charlotte. I appreciate everybody for dropping in. Subscribe, help me on my road to 1,000, like the stream. And I will see you guys on the next video because I'm about to make a video right now on this Colin Sexton trade or in the next live. I appreciate everybody for jumping in. Have a nice day.